Hello and welcome back to Ready Right Now 1. This is Ryan and we'll be continuing our playthrough of Factorio. Where we left off last time, we were trying to increase our throughput for our various smelt lines. We had successfully done that. I think we can do it for the other ones too. I think the problem we were running into was actually trying to get this to build back up. I think we were running at a net loss. Yeah. So we need to actually increase this, and I think what we're gonna do, I can't get another 10 in without pulling in some coal. At least I don't think. Yeah, that's gonna pull in coal, but not if I offset it down here. I don't know if that's gonna pull in some. Okay, so I think this was 20. Yikes. Okay. And I think I can... Yikes. I'll bring it through here, bring it over, and bring it down. I'm gonna need a mini loader, so I'm gonna need some additional iron. And I'll pick up some copper while I'm here. That's right, I was gonna do the rail system real quick. Yes. All right, well, let's first get... Yeah, we can get one side finished up. I think... At least we'll get started mining. That's right, these guys aren't connected just yet. There. All right, now I need to check. So I was afraid I might like blow past my production. We can check some of the stats if we click on these. The production is still pretty good. We're satisfying everything that needs it. Mining drills are by far what's taking up the most. One more. There we go. Okay, now I have another point of ingress. 1, 2, 3, 4. And these should be full enough to push those out. That means I'm going to need another 50 inserters and another round of these guys. That should be good. I think we're offset to the right here. Yep. Okay. Excellent. All right, and let's. We're not going to be able to. I gotta go find some additional. Wood. Yeah, I'll need wood. Okay. So I'll go drop these down and we'll connect up the other things, and then that should be it. That. And plastic. All right, let's get these guys hooked up. And that should do it. Now I still think I have a net loss, or I will have a net loss on these guys. Even with adding all that stuff. Well, maybe, maybe not. It's like I might have a net gain. Okay, good. Better problem to have. Maybe not. Oh, that's right. I hadn't really upgraded the other parts of this yet. It's okay to have that. I just need to increase reds for all this. So I will definitely have a net loss. If it's just barely net gaining right now, and I haven't like really pushed in the hardest part yet. And here we go. Okay, that will do it. That's sitting at 84K. I expect it to slowly start dropping. Don't really have much of a choice. I can't really expand that too much more. Yeah, it's slowly going down. Well, wait. Going up. No, it's at a net. We're doing a net loss. A very slow burn, but it's happening. I can't, well, I feel like I could actually get more in here. It probably won't make much of a difference. Alright, I'm going to not worry about this. I don't think I'll be able to notice anything. It'll slow it down ever so slightly, but it's still going to end up being a net loss over time until I can like seriously increase it, which is why I need to work on the rail system. So let's do that. Let us work on the rail system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually, we have to start production of the system. Let's see. Do I even have rails yet? No. No, I do not. They are here. Okay. I know I'll need that. That. Definitely need that. And I'll probably need that. I'm working on that. I think that should be good. What was the thing I was working on that, oh, plastics. Okay. That. That would be a good one too. Yeah, let's take that one away. It did. Yeah. Okay. So I think I need that in order to get this one. All right, well, let's work on this one first. That's unfortunate. This is working its way. Let's see. I do need stone, steel, and iron. So yeah, that should be fine. I can't that in place just yet. Oops. Do this first. Okay. I think we can do that. Okay. And there. That should work out. So what I'm going to try and do with is sort of a very simple rail system, or I think I want to export there, then have two parts that go in here, here, there. Okay, and then I just need to make sure that that's all wired up. There. So what's going to happen is I'm going to dump that in there. They're going to take it and start producing iron sticks, which will get Yeah, iron, iron sticks, I need steel and stone, right? Steel, and then lots of stone. I'm gonna keep them separated. And once this one, I'm gonna make this start producing the rail. So it'll start producing rail and I'll pop it out to here. Of course, this is not automated, doesn't matter. So I should be good. Some things I know I'll need, lots of these guys, so I'm gonna just get a lot of that. I know, because I'll be needing a lot of them, yeah. So let me get some additional iron, additional steel. 82, lost about a K. Not bad. And I'm gonna grab a bunch of circuits. That should be good. So I'm actually 377. Oh, that's a good one. Maybe I'm gonna start my little rail up over here. Might as well. I've been, especially if I want to expand it significantly. Well, we'll go out there and kind of scout it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it right away, but I can at least get set up for it. This will be good. This will be real good. Can definitely get a lot out here. I gotta clear out a lot of this anyway. And while I'm waiting for the rails to be made, I'll probably start building like a ton of drills. Yeah, this is going to require a lot of power. But we should be good. Now I gotta think a little bit ahead because this is going to be a fuel as well as, well, I guess I'll put I gotta put a depot and an item provider. So let's talk through a little bit about the smart rail system. What would that? I kind of want to copy it. Yes. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's talk a little bit about this whole system. So this system has you have your long, shorts, and your T. Also, U to close the U bends to close things off, and C's for corners. So, as you can see, there are some electrical poles that are carrying all three uh, smart signals or logistic networks signals across it. They also have rail signals, as you can see those little things here. that will kind of block off different sections of the rail so that there aren't any collisions. So the real magic happens with depots, requesters, providers, that kind of thing. So these are kind of interesting. Basically, you want a depot, which you lay down, and this is what will allow for you to store trains on. And you can specify that these depots are they have an affinity to a specific item. And then you have requesters and providers. And there's a fluid and an item flavor of each. And the providers, you don't have to specify. Requesters, you do have to make an affinity. Excuse me. So what ends up happening with these is that you put these down and you specify like a requester, like what item is it going to be requesting from the logistics network. And then the depot says which item its affinity is associated with. And so what will happen, I shouldn't use the word affinity because that means that there could be more than one and just favors one. These are an association, so it's a one-to-one. So the depot so for example, we're going to be mining a lot of coal, right? So I would want, I want an item provider to be localized somewhere around here. So I would pull all this stuff off and I'd push it into the item provider. And when it gets to the item provider, it will put the amount that is stored in the chests. It's really hard. I can't really annotate, but you can. There's chests in there in the blueprint, right in the center, bottom center, where all the belts are. Those chests are actually linked together. And so what they will do is they will report how much items are now in the provider, and this actually gets broadcast onto the logistics network. Then you have item requesters, and you tell it, like, I want coal somewhere else on the map that's connected to the rest of the rail system. And so it'll put out a signal saying that it wants coal. And it calculates based on the the storage sizes of the chests, and it determines if there's enough provided on the logistics network to warrant a request. The depot being associated with the item being requested. I want to make sure I'm getting enough there. Will then send a train to go pick up the item from the provider until it's full, and then it will send it to the item requester where it'll drop everything off and then park itself back at the depot. The trains will also position themselves. You can do multiple trains in each depot, and they coordinate themselves, and they come into contact with a refueling part. So I actually have to create a fuel depot and a fuel provider and that kind of thing, because all the fuels they get requested by each of the depots. It's a really cool system, to be honest. I found it on Factorio prints, and I was super impressed by it. When I've played, usually I'm just trying to make a mega base. Sometimes I'll just kind of cheese the fuel part and just have something produce coal to feed the trains. That's usually because I'm a lot of times when I'm playing this, I've played through a couple times without the rail system in place to get a rocket off the ground. It hasn't been too bad, but it's a lot of fun dealing with this. So this will be a new thing for me to actually create a fuel depot. But that's what we're going to do. So this is really producing pretty well. So what I'll probably do is I'll grab a bunch here and we'll kind of sketch some things out. In fact, I can actually do that right now. Don't really have to wait. Put all that in there. All that in there. That in there. Okay. That's going to produce a ton of rail. I'm going to need to pick up some iron and some steel before I leave. Because I got a lot of other things that I have to create. I need to create some engines. I think I've got, yeah, I need to create a bunch of these guys to create some of these locomotives and some cargo wagons. We're going to hold off on doing that right away. But yeah, I found the smart rail system on factorioprints.com, and I mean, I don't want to, obviously there's probably a more efficient way of doing things, setting up a rail system. But this one was like tileable, it scaled fairly decently. Um, it just did a really good job. And so I really liked it. It was just easy to use. It's got a lot of utility. I think if you were to do like a mega base kind of thing, it would probably start to show signs of wear. Um, but honestly, I mean, come on. For what you get out of it, I would say it's pretty good. All right, so we need an item provider, right? Make sure I can curve these guys around. So here's my item provider. Okay. So I'm going to be pulling a lot of coal up and into here. Now, once I lay down this, it kind of like sets the tone for how I'm supposed to do the rest. Actually, I don't know if I want that. No. Let me redo this. Great, now these guys are all marked. I think these requests for destruction, they time out after a while. Really tempted to put Tiny Start on just so I can get some like bots. No, they're slow. Such a convenience, especially for building. But we're gonna try and play this as vanilla as we can. All right, thanks for joining me on this episode of the Factorio playthrough. I really hope that you will join me in the next one and just kind of follow my progression on the game. Thanks.